everybody, I'm Nick here, and welcome back to Bad North. We can see the end. We can see the end of this campaign. And I was really hoping that this would load just a little bit faster so that I wouldn't have to mumble for too much longer. But we'll see. So yeah, this is the end right here. Either way, we're gonna have to do like this weird double back if we want to grab this item. We do have to wait for the next turn though. Alright, so this is almost assuredly going to be our A team, because that is an insane set. Oh no, we have a local commander that we have to take. A team is pretty much Fandria. We could probably do without Aldrich, but he makes money. But Fandria just has so many extra units. Okay, I'm trying to get the lay of the land here. So stuff that lands over here comes in this way. So really, we just have to defend this staging area, and that's it. Uh-oh. That is a notification to me from somewhere. Where's that a notification from? Ah, yes. Sorry, that's a Facebook notification. Don't mind me. Don't actually go on Facebook very much, but it's an easy way to contact some of my friends. Okay. You need to go replenish. You are needed here. You are needed here, actually. These are the weaker guys. Okay, they are being manhandled. Oh, shit. Okay, we've got a lot of units that right now we can only respond to in very limited ways. So you guys are going here. Shit. You guys here now. And that is why archers are important. That was a whole boatload, literally boatload of berserkers. That was stressful, dude. Yeah, 13 berserkers. I was wondering where the berserkers were, and there they were, all at the end. Rousing speeches from Denia. Denia? Oh, ew. This is just all bad. Alright, what is this power that you have? Quicker replenish. Oh, she is full level. I didn't even realize. That's really good. This is really easy, people, except for the berserkers. So, full disclosure, there's an achievement to get 3 islands in a single turn. So yeah, I'm trying to find what it's called. I think it's called Hat Trick. No, Split the Party. Win 3 islands on a single turn. It's one of the few achievements that I don't have. I think we conquer this one next. But we do it. Forgot about that. We try and use some weird version of B team. So lances are going to be really strong here. Wait, no, that's archers, isn't it? That's archers. So see, that would leave us without an archer if we were to try and do a third map. We'd have to do the third map with... Oh man, we'd have to do a third map with 3 people. So then begs the question, can I do this map with 3 people? This would have me worried as a comp.
Okay.
Gotta go for achievements sometimes. I just have to hope that there's not a shit ton of berserkers. Also, this map... Okay, they can land there. I doubt they ever will, but there is a path here. This gets ugly. This map is ugly. We could also just say, screw this house, and just mount a defense here. I need to do this with the better archers. I think this is the right play here. How much money do I have, though? 3? Then never mind. I can't upgrade anything else.
Okay.
I wanted mines. Alright, I'm gonna kill some people on here, or here on accident. Oh, those are archers. Okay, here comes the problem. What is going on over here? Hell yes. That worked perfectly. Wait, oh, did one live? Jesus. we did it! We're splitting the party. Holy crap. That was stressful. That was stressful. Most assuredly. The question is which of these two is going to be harder. Here's the crazy part. This might actually be easier. It has more enemy types, which means these are more concentrated. But how bad is the layout of this map? I think it's absolutely horrendous. Yeah, that qualifies as absolutely horrendous. How is it compared to this one, though? This has so many better choke points. And to be honest, we don't care about half the island. We've gotten $9. Can I upgrade any of our non-fatigued people? Yes. I am very likely going to need that. All right, not this one. Here I go, making mistakes again. Oh shit, you can walk down that. Okay, those are sword dudes. Should have swapped these. It's too late now, but I should have swapped them. They're gonna just hang out there as backup. Please? Fuck. Is this a mistake? It very well could be. We actually pulled off a replenish. That is a fuck ton of berserkers. Ah! Split the party achieved! Hell yeah. Okay. That was a little tense in there for a little bit when we had two units replenishing all at once. Beautiful. The question is, do I care about the item? And the sad part is I don't. This is so far behind that I don't care. Like, we just take the A team. Kind of want to save for that. I'm just gonna wait and do a whole new thing. I'm gonna wait a turn. But I believe that Celia is the right choice because there are berserkers. I can set up mines in very strategic places. It's just ridiculous. What are you doing there, buddy? Okay, no berserkers. We got a Crazo Archer. So you're going there. Yeah, the problem is this. So many archers, dude. Okay, they took a hit. I need to replenish them. Need to keep an eye on their numbers. need you guys to stop doing that. Their shields are pointed in the wrong direction. I'm getting picked apart. Finally, that archer died. Are you guys fucking stupid? You are fucking stupid. Got bad news. This is only gonna go poorly. This is gonna go really poorly. Oh wow, that actually didn't go nearly as poorly as I thought it would. How many archers is that? Like, that's just enough arrows that bad shit's going to happen. They are targeting the wrong things, by the way. We got this. Oh, those two archers. Oh my god, those two archers. And that's all, like, that's the thing. That's all it was. It was two archers, guys. Just the crossfire. I couldn't defend everybody. Oh my gosh. Aneurysm, please. A little bit of everything. All right, so we're bringing Randolph. We're bringing Fandria. I think we're bringing Celia. And I guess we're bringing, what's his face? That guy that I've always used. Aldrich. Aldrich, Randolph, Fandria, Celia. Last stand. Those are berserkers. Beautiful use of mines. This is going to be bad if they target the pikemen, but they didn't. Okay, that was bad. You guys need to run. Okay, you guys need to come back over here. You guys need to be over here. You guys are going to act as the shield for the archers. Oh god, I need to replenish these. Oh my, are there, okay. I was like, where are they? While you have the chance, replenish now. Oh god, you have to go all the way around for that? No, 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 no. Oh, fuck you guys. Yeah, they're going up. This is why I should have known that was the direction they were going to go. Okay, we got him. Archers are so good. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay, shit's about to get really bad. Where are my pikemen? My pikemen are just fucking around. We lost. Bad news, everybody. We lost. We lost. Game over. Fuck. We don't have the option to flee. Yeah, I should have placed mines. Defeat! Yay! We lost our 4 best guys. This layout was garbage. Alright, so I'm done. The campaign's done. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. If you lose on the last stand, you kind of soft lock yourself. All right, so let's talk about Bad North because I'm done. This is the end of the game. This is the end of the series. You already know this because I have finale in the title. This is an interesting game. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. When I first started playing it, I very much enjoyed it. There's a lot of really cool mechanics here in the combat and the battle. There's a lot of good... At the start of the game, there's a lot of good rock, paper, scissors going on. But here's where the game falls short, in my opinion. I mean, the number one thing that I'm going to say, and it's going to come up a lot, is variety. There's not much variety going on in this game. Somewhere around... So here's the start. Somewhere around here... Not only have you seen every type of unit, you've just kind of... You've had to fight them. They're like recombining different types of units or just having a possibility of almost everything that's not variety. But on here we used A, B, G, and F, whereas we could have used B, F, G, and Z. They're all letters of the alphabet at that point. All these enemies, there's only 7 types of enemies, I believe. There might actually only be 6. No, there's 7. There's 7 because there's base archers. There's base dudes, base archers, shield guys, bigger shield guys, big sword guys, big archer guys, and berserkers. I think that's it. There's 7 types of enemy. And they're all the same. Obviously each enemy has its own thing that it's strong against and kind of weak against, but it doesn't work very well, because that's going to be the second failing, is that at the start of the game that rock, paper, scissors mechanic is interesting. By the end, it's boring. When you first start playing, it's oh yeah, I want to use... lances are really strong, but they can't move. If you try and move them at all, they're just going to end up in the middle of nowhere, right? They're vulnerable. They have to put their pikes up, then they have to walk, then they have to put their pikes back down. They're vulnerable in the middle. They can't defend themselves. But the problem is, the enemies that pikes are strong against, generally the big strong ones, these guys, the shield guys, and the big sword guys, they're either not showing up or you don't know how many of them are going to show up. Here. How useful is a pike going to be here? I don't know. If all of them are this sword enemy, hell yes, they are going to be useful, and you're going to want 2 of them even on that map. But if there's 3 of those guys, guess what? This island screws you. Your pikes are useless. 100% useless, because they are insanely weak to archers, insanely weak to big archers, and berserkers are just stupid. The only thing you can handle berserkers with, besides massively outnumbering them, is archers. So, whoops. You brought, there were so many other things and only like one sword, dude, so now you're screwed. That partially has to do with this notation. This notation, like, I don't know how many, like, I can understand not wanting to know how many of each are going to show up, but it would make it a little bit more interesting. It would make you more able to pick what you want to go for. And that's the big thing to me. Is that what you're going for on an island isn't a decision. Like, you notice half of this, I'm bringing the same general comp because I don't know how much or what they're going to throw at me. Because it's basically just like saying you have to pick. So it's like saying your opponent is going to throw rock and paper. They're going to throw rock and paper. And maybe scissors. And you go, okay, I have to bring rock, paper, or scissors in limited quantities to try and use against the enemy. So I bring, I don't know, I try and do something intelligent. I hedge my bets. Let's say we're bringing 100 of each. I bring 100 paper, 100 rock, or sorry, 100 of each. That doesn't work. We're going to bring, 30 of each. We need 30 of each. I bring 10 rock, 10 paper, 10 scissors. Boom. I've made a strategic choice because I know the enemy could be bringing everything. The enemy brings 1 rock, 1 paper, and 28 scissors. Who wins? The enemy does. Now, I can alternatively do the same sort of thing and just say, fuck it, I'm going to bring 30 rock. Except those 30 rock could get screwed by 28 paper, 1 rock, 1 scissors. And because we're playing a long game here, so the enemy is playing a short game, right? The enemy is playing 1 island at a time. Boom, we're sending stuff. Whereas we have to play the long game. Anything that we lose along the path, we lose. We just lose. That's what happens. So we have to make smart decisions to maximize our odds. If we make dumb decisions and try and high roll, effectively win RNG and to a ridiculous degree, we might do very well. That is always the possibility. You can bet $1 billion on red 32. I don't even know if that's a valid bet in craps. Is it craps? No, it's not craps. Roulette. Sorry, roulette. I don't even know if that's a valid bet in roulette. I don't know what color 32 is, but you could bet it all on 32. And you know what? Every single time that lands on 32, it's insane. But how many times does it not land on 32? So how smart is it to actually bet on 32? That's the point, is it's not worth it in the long run. It's not worth it. You shouldn't do it, especially if you're trying to play the long game. Because if you're trying to play the short game, to make a rather morbid example, let's presume you have cancer and you are going to die in the next 10 days. If you walk into that casino and you put your entire life savings on one number, you're playing the short game. If you lose, you're going to be dead in 10 days. That's terrible. If you win, the next 10 days are going to be either just absolutely amazing. Either you're going to have a ridiculous amount of money, and you are going to be able to maybe donate it all to charity or go party really hard. Obviously that's not a really good example because, you could have family that could benefit from, your inheritance, what have you. But just to give a more real life example of the short game versus the long game, because a normal person doesn't walk into a casino, put their entire life savings on a 1 in 100 chance and hope that they win big. I don't even know if 1 in 100 is what chance it would be. I don't know how many numbers are on a roulette wheel. But my point is, because we have to make smart decisions, we can't play the odds, and the odds that are being presented to us aren't particularly great, and it's a mechanic that has gotten a little weary. Because playing rock, paper, scissors isn't very interesting when their rock is bigger than your rock and their scissors are sharper than your scissors. And their paper has a better worded 5-paragraph essay on it than yours does. So, overall, I think this game is worth playing. I think it's worth playing it through maybe once. Maybe twice. As my second playthrough, if this were my first playthrough, I would have gone for that item, and I would have tried to get that item. However, it's my second playthrough, and as I said, somewhere around here, I was already done playing this game. Now, I was trying to be good about that and continue playing and try and win. But I actually do think they want me to play this again with everybody else. I don't think I can win with other people. Oh, I'm glad they put the dead people on there. So yeah, that is my biggest qualm with the game, personally. Is that I think that the mechanics they don't keep me in it for the long run. Like, I beat it the first time, and if you go back to those episodes, I was very unsure if I should play it through one more time. But I decided that since I had starting items, I should try. Now, playing this through with starting items versus not with starting items only made the other big problem that I have with this game abundantly clear. And that, once again, lack of variety, but not with the combat mechanics, but with the strategic decisions. Because I tried really hard to split the party early and try and make that happen. And there were, I posted that one episode. There was one episode where I basically tried to start the second campaign with trying to take a couple extra islands early, and it failed miserably. It was effectively impossible. You couldn't do it. And we're on normal mode. Like, if you were on easy, maybe you could do it. Hard, definitely not. Just the amount of enemies and how many they throw at you, and the fact that you're trying to play a game of rock, paper, scissors. It's like playing that game of rock, paper, scissors with somebody, except they know you can only ever throw rock or scissors. Which means there's certain things that you just can't handle and that you will lose to. And that's what happened to us when we tried that, which was unfortunate. So the first, I think it probably, and it wasn't even until I picked up enough to like get a full split of the party, because early on you don't have enough commanders to split the party because you start with 2. So then you pick up a third one. I think it was like around here, but you couldn't split. Maybe it was even this one where you got it. I don't know. Maybe it was earlier than that. It's been a long time since we were back here. But you couldn't split the party, and by the time you got maybe 4 people, the difficulty of the enemies had shown up, so you couldn't split it more then. And it wasn't until the power of my party was enough that I could easily handle anything that was thrown at me with the first 4 before I even could begin to consider fighting on another island where I would need another 4 and do it well. The fact that I pulled this triple off is amazing to me. Like, it's amazing to me. And it was both ridiculously close on all fronts and not a gamble worth it, because the timing mechanism here kind of doesn't matter. Like, it matters early. It matters early because it's really creeping up on you here. But then you get to somewhere around here, what do you know, what a pattern, and it just stops mattering anymore. Like, I could have made it to all of these islands. I just chose not to because I had no reason to. The economy is way too slow. Like, you get money really slow. Like, we had so much money because we got the money starting item. If I were to play this a third time, I would still keep that money item. In fact, I would do exactly what I did this time and only power up the money item, because your return on investment there is so ridiculous that it doesn't matter. I mean, we're on turn 34 right now, and I used him every single turn, and I upgraded that on the first turn and on the second turn immediately when I had the money. So basically 34 times 3 minus 1 minus 2. So we basically made 100 gold off that. 100 gold. Because we got a starting item. And, okay, to be fair, I did get the guy whose ability reduces its cost. but or the cost to upgrade it. But like that combo is ridiculous. There's no reason why you would never not use that combo. So your starting items, and obviously we were more successful on the first run than we were on this run, but like just the overall variance of this game is going to be very low because there's not the things that are random aren't random in the right ways to make it replayable. Because this isn't going to be random. You're going to have to use the same style for all these starting islands. Now, there could be some more there could be some better strategies that I'm not employing because I've only played it 2 times. Maybe the skills in this game are absolutely fucking insane. Maybe the fact that I haven't been using them is the whole reason why this game has been terribly difficult. But here's the problem. I tried using the archer's skill a couple times. And some of the items are good. The items I will grant. I've noticed that those are pretty decent. We tried using the pike charge a little bit. The power on these guys perform a jumping attack from a cliff onto enemies below. We've had a couple flat islands or islands where the elevation was not at all useful. So it pretty much is entirely useless on some maps and is so niche. But the other ones, like I used the archer arrow barrage, but it's so slow and I don't know if it's being effective. Like there's no feedback for me as a player to know whether or not it's being useful. Now I can go online and I can look up how good it is. Like I could do that and maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. But it's not clear to me as a player whether or not that's useful or good. And the pike charge, no idea if it's good. I don't know if it deals damage if you like run through them, if they'll stop when they hit something. I just don't know. And that is unfortunate. So, but money is so tight that I don't want to explore that if I don't know it's going to be useful. So there's this real, and on top of that, if I'm putting money into people's skills, I'm either not upgrading their overall unit type, or I'm not investing in my other units so that I can split the party. So with one of those two things being that way, you just kind of can't make it work. There's not enough money to invest in all those things, so you have to pick one. And upgrading a unit's like overall skill reads as a better thing to do than give them a skill. And being able to split the party because you've upgraded other units means that you can get more money, but because it's so all or nothing and losing your commanders is brutal, you need to make sure that that second party is equipped. And by the time you equip that party, you've basically spent all the money that you would have benefited from not putting into them, if that makes sense. So I've spent a lot of time right now saying bad things about the game. And I want to reiterate that I think it's fun. I mean, it's not an expensive game. I think you get your money's worth out of it. And I think it's fun. And I think that the combat is pretty neat. Like, I like how different it is from other roguelike games that I have played. I just think there are a few flaws in the mechanics that make me not as keen to continue playing it. And that is unfortunate, but I think that's just how I feel about it. So hopefully this has given you a very open page look at this game. So there's definitely some interesting stuff here. But also, like, I don't know what this is. I don't know what benefit that gives. Like, yeah, okay, I understand that one. So yeah, I don't know. There's not enough details on some of these things for me to know whether or not they're good. Like, increased movement speed, is there any other benefit besides getting from one place to the other? Maybe. I don't know. Could be. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. But as I said, it took a lot of steps in the right direction, but there are just a few that it didn't take. that makes it not as replayable as I wish it was. And that's just the way games go. But as I said, I do recommend playing it. I think that it is worth the money, but I would not expect to be playing, 50 to 100 plus episodes. It is no Enter the Gungeon, which is unfortunate. Because whenever you could get whenever you can get a game that good, it's always good. Like, it's not like I'm so sad because this game didn't live up to those expectations. It's always good to have a game that good. If you've got a game that good, that's a game that you can play for hours and hours and hours and always enjoy. And maybe this game fits right up your alley. You love the whole Viking combat thing. Maybe it's just so up your alley that it doesn't matter. There are games like that for me. The game itself isn't amazing, but the theme is so strong and so good that it just works for you. So, I will stop rambling, as I often do. Next week, this day is going to be, I believe, I think I've made this decision at this point, but I believe that this day is going to be taking on Stardew Valley, which is already going on Thursdays, but because I've recorded so many episodes, I'm going to be doing it 2 days, or it will be playing for the next 3 years. Maybe not that long, but it's closer than I'd like to admit, I think. So, thank you guys for watching Bad North. I hope you enjoyed me playing it. I hope you give it a try yourself, if you can spare the cash to pick it up. I will see you next time, and until then, keep your party replenished and your gears turning.